What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the first episode of the Black and Blue show, rather,
Yep.
where we talk about MMA, talk about WWE, everything in between, boxing. So, first things we're going to talk about, well, one of the things we will talk about, John Cena. Big things to talk about John Cena, if you haven't known already. But before that, I think we just begin with something that happened not too far away from where we are right now today. Leon Edwards and Sean Brady, that UFC main event in London. Liam, you have strong words, strong opinions about this. I'll let you start with this one.
How do you have your last fight with Bilal Muhammad and you don't improve in wrestling? Like, how? I don't understand it. You had 5 rounds of being bullied. Usman did not bully you. Okay.
No.
Sean Brady you about in there.
No, but the fact is, right,
He
that
shot
I
a
found...
takedown.
Not only that, he's fought Colby Covington as well, who's
He done well
quite...
against Covington.
Yeah, he did very well against Covington,
Done
I
well
think.
against
Even on the
Usman.
ground, he did very well there. But... And against Bilal, he got absolutely ragdolled.
And then he was like, it was 5 a.m. Okay, cool. He was fired. This time he's going to come and... He got finished.
Bro.
So for the casual fans,
Yeah.
which is, this is basically what I'm going to be.
Yeah.
This is what I'm
So
going
yeah,
to
that's
be.
Tom's role essentially on the show, is the casual...
I'm supposed to be for the guys that don't know.
But
basically.
he's going to learn.
I'm here to learn,
a lot.
man.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn. What happened in the fight? Who won? For context.
Okay, so for context, Leon Edwards, ex-champion,
Yep.
right? He's lost his title, and he's trying to work his way back up to getting that rematch, I guess, with Bilal.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Sean Brady.
Late replacement.
Yeah, his late replacement as well,
was
Sean
meant to
Brady. He was
fight,
Jack Della Maddalena.
Jack Della Maddalena,
But-
who's fighting for the belt now.
Yeah, he's fighting for the belt now, so he's dropped out of that fight with Leon.
Okay.
And Sean Brady's come in, 2 weeks' notice or something
Yeah,
like
around
this?
that.
Around 2 weeks. He comes in and just ragdolls Leon Edwards.
So Leon Edwards loses.
Yeah, he does. And he just doesn't just lose. He just... Part of it was, I could say, ego, stupidity from Leon.
He wasn't focused on Sean Brady. He was focused on Bilal. He was focused on everything but Sean Brady before the fight.
And that's probably
Exactly.
what he should have been focused on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
100%. I think a lot of it is, I said, there's that one moment in round 3, I think it is, where he shoots for
He shoots a
takedown, and it's like, you're not a takedown specialist by any
No.
mean. The Sean Brady is much better on the ground than he is, and
For
has shown it in the
context,
first
The round before, Sean Brady had like 3 minutes control
Yeah.
time on the ground.
3 out of
Even
5
I know
minutes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what are you playing at? Are you trying to like show some ego, saying, "Oh, I can do it as well"?
Yeah.
And then you
Then
end
the
up,
takedown gets stopped
Yeah.
and he gets submitted.
yeah, literally, it's ridiculous stuff.
Is that the first time Leon Edwards has been finished?
Yeah, you didn't get finished against Bilal. Obviously not against
No.
Usman.
Unless in the UFC, definitely.
In the UFC, might be.
He didn't get finished against Usman in the first fight. That was
No.
a decision.
That was a decision that he.
I think it's his first.
No, the first fight he knocked him out. He knocked Usman out.
No, he lost the decision like in 20.
Oh, that
Yeah.
first fight, yeah, that one, yeah,
I think it's his first finish loss.
yeah. I think it's just disappointing from Leon, if anything.
Why do you think this is happening to Leon now? Like, obviously, he lost his title. He's been trying to work it back. Do you think it's cockiness? Do you think it's, as we said, arrogance?
I mean, part of it could be looking past Sean Brady.
Was he looking ahead more than he was?
Maybe
looking at-
also he was training for a striking fight with Jack Della Maddalena. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it could be a mix of these things.
But he
But
showed
after fighting
nothing.
Bilal, there's no improvement in his.
No,
wrestling.
he looked worse.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
in Bilal, round 5, last 10 seconds, he could have stopped Bilal. That was 30
Yeah.
seconds of fight. He was showing intent to win. This fight, there was nothing.
No.
There was nothing. He landed one elbow.
But
one elbow.
I don't
in
know
round
whether
one.
it's like a confidence thing or it's a dependent on who he's fighting. Because against Colby Covington, he looked like he could have been a ground wrestler, and I wouldn't bat an eye because he did really well stuffing
But then Colby
Colby's
Covington-
takedowns. He even took Colby down
Yeah.
and controlled him
He
on the
took
ground as
Usman
well.
down.
That's what I mean.
First person to take Usman down.
Yeah, it's true, exactly. So how has it gone from that to against Bilal, and then even worse against Sean Brady?
I think like he had his moment, headshot dead, all that.
Yeah.
He wants another one, and that's all he's looking.
I feel he's looking for a moment. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
because that's all he's ever had. Because people found him boring. He had like a 13 fight win streak, all decisions
Yeah.
really. People didn't really like him. He had that moment against Usman. Okay, UK's rallying behind him. This is the UK's best guy. Defends against Usman in the UK.
Yeah.
Cool. Everyone loves him. Defends against Colby Covington. Everyone hates Covington. Okay, we got him.
Yeah.
Bilal Muhammad, he's like, he about Bilal in the first fight. Okay, UK was it a pay per view?
Yeah, it was a pay-per-view.
UK
Yeah.
pay per view first UK pay per view in years. By the
Yeah.
way, main eventing.
With
Tom
co-main, right?
Aspinall's-
Yeah,
Tom
co-main.
Aspinall's
Yeah.
on the co-main.
Oh, Tom was the co-main.
Oh snap!
Yeah, because it was an interim.
Yeah, true. Leon was the
Edwards is
main.
main eventing. They've made people stay up to 5 a.m. local time. He gets like
Wait, so it was in the UK, but they still made people way up till
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
and Leon got bitched.
yeah. Like he really got thrown around.
He got
He
people
got
walking
it was very reminiscent, although it's very different fight styles. It was when Usman first won the title, and it was against Tyron Woodley. I think
Yeah.
he like Woodley at the time
but
was like
Tyron Woodley's not
unstoppable.
that
But at the time he
No,
was
Woodley had an
unstoppable.
era of invincibility.
Yeah, he had and Usman came and threw him around. Everyone's like, "Holy shit, Usman's crazy!" He just threw Tyron Woodley around like nothing, and then now it's gone from that Leon beating Usman, who's that guy, to then like just getting thrown around himself. It's just a bit disappointing, I think.
Also, Bilal Muhammad finished Sean Brady, like TKO'd him.
Yeah, he
To
TKO'd.
get finished by Bilal Muhammad.
That's impressive in
a
itself.
striking finish from Bilal Muhammad.
That's impressive in itself.
What-
That's
go on.
no. Go. What were you gonna
I was gonna
ask?
say what else happened in UFC London.
Well, there were other fights as well that happened there.
Yeah,
Blachowicz got robbed. That's what happened.
Jan Blachowicz. Who was
Explain.
he against?
He was against what was his name? Olberg.
Yeah, Carlos
It was a
Ulberg.
very boring fight. It was Olberg on the back foot, a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah.
Blachowicz coming forward for most of the fight.
It wasn't a memorable fight.
okay,
It
but
was just.
someone was robbed.
I think not a robbery. It was
I wouldn't say it was
close
a
fight.
robbery.
I think it was a close fight that went the wrong way.
I think it could have gone either way because it's that close of a fight. Personally, it could have gone either way. It's tough, man. Like, I'm trying to remember the fight now. That it was not a memorable fight for you to
Clearly.
like. Yeah, no, literally,
It
because
was
like,
just Blachowicz going forward, Olberg leg kicks, few punches.
yeah,
So pretty dumb.
no, nothing. Anyone got rocked or nothing like that.
Was it a decision
No.
then?
It was a decision
yeah.
at the end, and Ulberg got the decision. I think they got. If I were to be what's the word?
Judge.
No, not a judge. Just looking at it like from a almost business point of view, when it's such a close fight, obviously it's not done like this.
Yeah,
But
cool.
giving Ulberg the win, like it gives him momentum from what he's already has momentum with.
He's going to fight Prochazka next.
Yeah,
probably.
and he's like he's how many matches now? He's won in a row.
quite a few.
8 or 9, something like that.
Something like
he's
that.
in the top 10 at most active win streaks right now, I think.
Yeah.
So it builds it up better for the company to have him against Prochazka next.
Okay.
And then other fights on that night. So we've gone through the two main ones. We had Kevin Holland against Gunnar Nelson.
I recognize
Kevin Holland's
Holland's
such
name.
a weird fighter.
Kevin Holland, bro, this
Why don't I
guy,
recognize his
first
name?
of all, he's there. He fights at least once a month. I
Yeah,
promise he
he's
fights at
always
least
there.
once a month.
Is he just
He's-
just a
Anytime, any
journeyman?
play.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
not
he's,
a-
he's
better
good
than a
as well.
journeyman.
He's better than a journeyman. He's better than, I would say, what Donald Cerrone was.
Much
He's
better.
much better than Cowboy.
Okay.
And he's there every month, at least a fight in middleweight or was he in welterweight this time? Yeah, he was welterweight. I think he's a lot better in welterweight personally
Gunnar Nelson.
because it's just a size difference. He's very long for that weight class.
Okay.
He was on a streak at welterweight. Then he gets halted by like a solid number 10 contender type guy.
yeah,
What he got battered against Steve and Wonderboy Thompson.
yeah,
Then MVP.
yeah. I think
MVP
it's
was
just
good.
with Kevin Holland, you don't know what you're getting,
No.
and it varies depending on who he's fighting, and also just varies depending on him on that
Well,
night.
Gunnar Nelson got saved out of bell in round 1.
Yeah,
Got
that is true.
dropped badly.
Yeah, that is true. Gunnar Nelson was knocked, but I said I think in welterweight that suits Kevin Holland a lot better. He's
Yeah.
longer. It's almost like Adesanya middleweight now. You know,
Yeah.
it's just longer. It's easier for him to, get his jab going and everything. And I think on the ground he's not someone to be messed with. Is Kevin
He's got
Holland? I think he's really good
jiu-jitsu,
jiu-jitsu.
ground and pound.
And with that, like those limbs, it's hard for a smaller guy to take him down. First of all,
Yeah.
and then if he's on the ground, he's dangerous off the back as well.
Jiu-jitsu just jogged my memory of. I love the videos of when you fight a jiu-jitsu fighter and it's just a guy and they're
yeah.
back just like that.
I mean,
Is that true
Paul
or
Craig.
slightly poking fun? Is it poking fun? a
it,
bit?
it is poking fun. But who was it recently I saw doing that?
It was a Gracie.
Well,
Yeah.
Dylan Dennis gets Logan Paul.
But I mean, I don't think they just kind of sit there and lay
No.
down and wait for it. It's not like that. You'll see it happen kind of maybe they're tired and they know they're not doing well on the feet, and like they got taken down. The guy doesn't want to go
In
down.
competitive jiu-jitsu matches, they will sit down and scoot towards
Yeah,
you.
yeah. On competitive
Because
ones,
they
they
can't
will.
strike, so they'll sit down and scoot towards you and invite you into a guard.
Yeah. And once
So
you're
it's actually like legit.
Yeah, they do that in
happens.
jiu-jitsu. Like
in actual like
pure
just
jiu-jitsu.
BJJ.
They will actually
Obviously-
someone will literally just lie on their back.
Well,
and
yeah, because
wait
they
for the person to
because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like
Because you don't strike to knock them on.
Yeah, they're not gonna go in a street fight and lie on their back.
Yeah. No, obviously
so funny,
not.
though.
In a street fight, they probably throw fists until if it goes on the ground, then it
Yeah,
goes on the
that's,
ground, and then
Once
it's a
they're
different-
weird, but they throw hands, get them on the ground, and then they win. So
It
basically,
depends.
Yeah, I think in a street fight,
I think
right?
jiu-jitsu might be the worst base for a street fight.
It could be the worst or the best. It depends how good your chin is as a jiu-jitsu fighter. If you have a really good chin and you get knocked down and the guy gets excited, jumps on you, and the guy has no grappling
Yeah.
experience
That's what I'm saying,
whatsoever,
yeah.
this guy turned into a pretzel in like
Charles
2 seconds.
Oliveira.
You know what I
But
mean?
that's what
Like,
I'm
you do
saying.
that to Charles, yeah, he get knocked down, but he fucking turns into a pretzel like next thing you
Yeah.
know.
I would say like in most street fights, it ends up on the floor at some point.
Yeah, exactly, and that's
But
where
I think the best base for street fights are either wrestling or Muay Thai.
wrestling's very good. I
Yeah.
think wrestling is really good, and
Get someone in
obviously
a
the
chokehold, they're
striking.
screwed.
Yeah, it's very situational, I'd say. Very, and it depends on your capability. If you're a good chin, you have a bad chin. Like bad chin, BJJ, you're fucked. I don't think you're getting out of a street fight
No.
because you're gonna get knocked out before you even end up on the
But
ground.
to be fair, if the other guy has no fighting ability, they probably know little bits about striking. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I feel like fighting part of it is chance as well. You know,
yeah, 100%.
A lot of it, like
just swinging wildly.
anyone can lose to anyone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah. Yeah,
anyone can
100%.
lose to anyone.
That's why
Just-
fighting's so interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's also so dangerous because anything could happen when you
Yeah.
get hit. You
That's
know
why
what I
like-
mean?
That's why I like bare knuckle fighting so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that.
It is. We are going to be at BKFC in Manchester. We're going to take Lachlan there. He's going to be doing some interviews, and also we're going to try and get more BKFC people onto the podcast.
Yes,
So
sir.
you
That'd be
should
cool.
check it out. We're going to get more BKFC content soon. Thank you to BKFC for the tickets and letting us be media for you. We hope to work more with you, and you'll be seeing a lot more of them here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what a piece. Did you think I've thought out on the spot?
Yeah, on the spot.
Fantastic,
man.
bro.
Fair play. But from the floor to the ring, I want to get to boxing.
To the pen to the king.
That's why I
Pen
did
to
it.
the king.
Because obviously KSI's dropped out of
Yeah, he's
Dylan
dropped out
Dallas fight
Dylan
for
Dallas
illness.
fight.
Do we think it's illness?
He's. Have you seen the way? Okay, I've trained at shoot fighters for like 2 sessions. Okay, they train you hard, man.
Yeah.
Every session they train you hard, and that's
Yeah.
the problem.
I
Like
think he's overworked.
it's good to train hard. You can't do it every session.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if you've seen the video, but he's like on a device where you kind of go like a climber.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
He's passed out on it like
KSI?
3
Yeah.
times.
KSI.
Yeah, they will overwork him.
Bro, yeah, that
Also,
shit-
it's not a boxing gym. It's an MMA gym. What is he doing there? Why? I don't get it.
maybe he's trying to do some hybrid style, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Like shoot for a takedown in boxing, but then like
What against Dylan Dennis?
But no,
You're
yeah.
cooked.
Dylan probably accept it. He'll take you to go down the ground
but
with him.
he does look like a.
But no,
street
but I will say I saw his YouTube video recently, KSI's, where he's like stuff you haven't seen or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called. And when he was like going around Wembley before the charity event, you just hear him talking. His nose sound. He does sound a bit nasally.
Nasally.
Sounds a
He
bit.
did do a live
ill.
performance.
Yeah, he did do a live
Yeah.
performance though.
He tripped.
He did trip.
He tripped.
But I don't
Um,
think that was like a
No.
a
I
performance
think-
where he's like, oh, I care so much about the performance. It's just about doing it for
Yeah,
charity
yeah.
and stuff.
I think he could afford Dylan Dennis. It's Dylan Dennis.
Yeah. I think he
Yeah.
probably could have. So,
And
so
one.
maybe there's something more to it, or because Dylan Dallas pulled out last time, he's like, fuck it, I'll pull out as well.
Yeah.
Fuck him,
Ain't no money for you,
mate.
boy.
Yeah, no money because the whole event's
Good
cancelled
luck on
now.
that lawsuit,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah,
But supposedly it's not cancelled. It's just postponed.
Postponed.
That's what he
Postponed.
I
says.
thought Sol
so.
Pappy offered to fight Dylan Dennis. That would have been a massacre.
Oh, bro,
that would be
yeah, I would've wanted
insane.
to see that. But from a fight that could still happen
Yeah.
to a fight that's definitely not happening, Jake Paul called out Canelo.
Yeah, I mean,
It was scheduled.
it was scheduled.
It was?
Supposedly, it was signed as well.
I don't believe that.
So
You saw the thing what Jake
the
Paul
timeline
said,
was
yeah.
this is basically for context. Turkey Al Sheikh owns Ring magazine, so all information coming out of Ring magazine is basically he knows his shit. He put out that Jake Paul.
That camera.
Wrong camera. I don't know what camera. I wasn't looking at that one. So Jake Paul was scheduled and signed to fight Canelo. There was a contract signed, and then it was like maybe not. Maybe Canelo's fighting Terence Crawford. Then it's like no, he's definitely fighting Jake Paul. 100%. Eddie Hearn's like yeah, he's fighting Jake Paul. That's what I've heard. Then out of nowhere, Turkey Al Sheikh is like yeah, we signed Canelo now. Canelo don't do these fake fights. It was a chess move.
Oh
It
yeah, because Turkey doesn't like Jake Paul.
No.
Yeah. So he's signed Canelo to make that fight not happen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jake,
Turkey. Love that from you, bro.
But Jake Paul then, I don't know if you watched Tank Davis versus Roach, it
I
was
didn't
a
watch that
draw
fight,
that,
no.
Tank should have lost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tank's been falling off a little.
He was
bit.
going to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Tank weighs 135 pounds.
Bro, there's
How much
such
is
a
it? 'Cause
weight
Jake Paul's-
difference.
Jake Paul fought
Jake
Mike
Paul-
Tyson at 220.
Yeah.
Yeah, because have you seen the?
He's a big boy now, is
He's
Jake,
big,
bro.
man.
He's a big boy.
It was the Joe Weller Impulsive podcast.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a really good.
Really great.
That was
great
really,
watch,
really good
great
podcast,
watch.
yeah.
Sketch was off of that as well. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that
Yeah.
podcast. But Logan talks about how the fact that Jake Paul is staying at a higher weight because he doesn't want to be an influencer boxer and
Yeah.
fight KSI.
Yeah, he wants to be in the real thing.
Just fight him.
But also, Jake Paul's natural weight isn't heavyweight.
No,
No,
Look
it's
at him.
not.
I say
he looks clumpy.
175. Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
Yeah.
He could do 175.
he shouldn't be my weight.
Well, he fought Gibber, 180?
Yeah,
Then
Mhm.
fought at 185 after that. Then
What
fought
was the
190.
offer KSI gave him?
190.
190.
I think KSI is going up to 193 for it now.
Bro, 193 is fair. I think they can both make that weight.
but like, aren't they like
Wait.
basically the same height?
Yeah,
They
but
are, yeah.
Jake's stock
he's
dense,
a
yeah,
dense
yeah.
human being.
Like me.
He's thick.
100
He's thick.
kilos
He's a
right
thicky
now.
boy, bro. No, but honestly, I wouldn't have
Brother,
been.
you're 6'5" and I'm under 6'2", and I weigh more than you.
Hey!
Yeah, it's not fat, I promise.
Sure.
Baller.
You don't believe me, that bastard.
Like,
Hey, I just played, I just played 9
Cormier
minutes
says
of
the,
football 2 days in a row, thank
He
you.
did, he did.
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah.
Cormier says the same thing, no?
What?
It's not fat.
It's not fat, I
He's
swear.
on to it, man.
Yeah.
till
No,
you get-
but
till you get me in the
I said
ring,
I
you take
wouldn't.
the shirt
I
off.
wouldn't have been too upset about seeing Jake Paul Canelo. Just, I'm not a purist with boxing. I'm
No.
happy with like seeing these influencer stuff going on. It's interesting to me. I'm not someone to say it shouldn't happen. If it happened in MMA as well, I'd be very interested because I think most of them would get beat the fuck up in MMA.
Talking of MMA, Usyk called out Jake Paul for an MMA match.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'd love that.
That's interesting.
But Jake Paul ain't going to take it because he would literally snap his neck. Usyk would literally destroy
I
him.
think Usyk would wrestle him, just take the piss out of him.
I think
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Usyk
He'd
could wrestle
destroy
him
him.
because, like, I mean, he's from the Eastern European. I think he's got it in him, bro.
Yeah, he trains wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think Usyk would murder him.
Yeah, definitely. Someone else had murdered Jake Paul, but Jake Paul called us Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
That was
yeah.
And
crazy.
Anthony Joshua's anchoring for a 2026 bout with Jake Paul
Wow.
at heavyweight.
Oh,
Bro.
it's gonna get finished. That's like it's all.
But
well and
imagine,
good. It's
imagine,
all-
imagine,
no, no,
imagine
no.
if Jake
But
Paul finishes him.
I would want AJ to just muller him.
Round
Just uppercut Jake
like
Paul to the
you
face.
watched AJ versus Ngannou, how he
Yeah.
just flatlined
Yeah.
him in round 2.
Yeah.
Imagine Jake Paul.
Yeah, bear in
Bro.
mind. Yeah, bear in
No,
mind.
that's actually
AJ's
crazy.
beat Ngannou.
He beat Klitschko.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Okay, but
It's not like he's fighting a 50-year-old Mike Tyson.
there is no.
He's fighting
No, because
AJ.
Jake Paul was like, I know my limits. AJ has no chin. I'd beat the shit out of him. He lost to Daniel Dubois.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He lost
bro.
to Tommy Fury.
Like, compare the losses.
Let's-
Last loss for Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Last loss for AJ.
Daniel
Daniel
Dubois.
Dubois, reigning heavyweight
heavyweight
champion. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
is Usyk Dubois happening anytime soon?
So the mandatory for Dubois right now is Derek Chisora.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he'll win that.
Yeah, probably.
assume so.
Yeah, I'd hope so. I love Derek Chisora though.
okay, so
Yeah, I
feed
know.
me some knowledge here, Liam, in the boxing world, because you have so many different titles. There's like multiple different heavyweight titles. There's
Yeah.
like the WBC,
Educate us.
WCB, whatever. So many.
The plan is for all of that to get scrapped
That's what I hear
because
as
Dana
well.
White and Turkey Al Sheikh
Because they've
want to
created this
make
boxing.
TKO boxing.
Yeah.
The problem is, I don't know if they can pay boxers enough to have high-level boxing.
That's what I
so
mean.
It'd have to be a developmental kind of thing where you build a star, then hope you can make pay-per-view off him, then pay him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can do a UFC model in boxing.
No, I
Boxing's
don't
too
think so.
established.
That's the thing. It already has some like establishment there already.
The
with
reason the
names.
UFC worked is MMA was a very underdeveloped sport
Yeah.
at the time, and it needed some structure, and the structure
Mhm.
works perfectly. In an already developed sport, it's not going to work. It's
Yeah.
like another company being like, we're going to make another English top division football.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It's not
Yeah.
going to work.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the money. There is interest from Turkey, obviously, but the money's
Mhm.
not going to come in because Dana White wants to pay set contracts, and that
Yeah.
just doesn't
Yeah,
work in
I don't think
boxing.
that's going to work.
I think it just really depends on the people they get on like in their league or in their divisions. You know, the personalities of them is one of the things.
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing that helped the UFC. You know, with Conor McGregor's personality is the main one I'm going to point out
Yeah,
now.
100%.
Because he was, I think, the keystone kind of like, this guy's changed a lot of things in MMA.
Yes.
Like MMA became huge because of Conor McGregor, not because of necessarily his fighting, but the way he brings
Who's
himself.
the boxer? Dana White's got one boxer sign that's Irish, like Callum Walsh or something like that. I don't know his name. Let me.
I mean, they had fucking Mark Hunt, bro.
Yeah, Mark
Mark Hunt was there.
Mark Hunt. Let me just see who he's signed on.
Say that quickly.
Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt.
We're not trying to get the money to us.
But I think if they get the right people involved, and
Yeah.
they say with these like you can say smaller names to begin with, if they prove something, it may even tempt the Canelos, the Ryan Garcias, all these kind of people who like.
Yeah,
like,
Callum Walsh.
Why not? You know? Yeah, Callum Walsh
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, that's.
I think the biggest issue will be
So-
getting the fighters.
So if there's a big if, let's say in a weird crazy world, Jake Paul knocks out Anthony Joshua 2026.
he has to fight Usyk.
Like, is it only right he fights
He
Usyk?
fights Usyk.
Oh my god.
Nah.
No.
Right, this is gonna sound.
This world doesn't happen though.
This is the most delusional take I'll ever say. With the state Deontay Wilder has right now, the Jake Paul has a chance with Deontay Wilder.
No.
Deontay Wilder is a gun-shy, non-confident shell of his former self right now.
Yeah. What do you think?
True.
Big Bang will knock out Jake Paul easily? I think he will.
Yes.
One punch.
One punch is all it would take. First
But
round.
Deontay Wilder, do you know Wilder should have been a cruiserweight, by the way. His
Yeah.
whole career should have been a cruiserweight. He weighed 215 his whole career.
He was too light.
He's too light. He's a very. Have you seen his legs? His legs
So
are
skinny.
So skinny, man.
It's like it feels like if you just like kick them, they just.
Yeah.
Well, from one Paul to another, Logan Paul.
Yes.
Logan Paul specializes in WWE.
WWE.
And I'll let Liam lead
We'll
a bit
do
on
it for
this
you,
one.
Konzi.
Yeah.
We'll do it for you,
It
Konzi.
It would be normally Konzi who would take the lead on the WWE stuff, but Liam, you follow it quite frequently as well.
Yes.
You want to talk about what's happened lately with a
I
certain
can.
John Cena.
Certain John Cena.
John Cena.
So I
can't see
think
me.
we're gonna go to the Raw in Brussels. 2 weeks ago, John Cena comes out, exact same attire, exact same song, hustle, loyalty, respect, the whole shabam.
Yeah.
He's like,
Ooh.
exactly.
Yeah, he's
that's what happened.
booed to the rafters
Booed,
now.
Crazy. Got told to shut the fuck up, everything.
Yeah.
And John Cena is like, you made this so easy for me,
Yeah.
because for the last 25 years I've been in a toxic relationship with all of you. And then he's like, nah, not anymore.
Not anymore.
He broke up with the WWE
Broke up.
universe.
That poor kid, man. That one kid.
Oh yeah, that kid wearing
Yeah,
the shirt.
wearing the shirt.
No,
He's
because like
you.
no, because
I see you.
Because 2 seconds before that, he was like, "None of you have ever done anything for me." The kid shout, "I love you!" That's why John Cena goes, "You." But then,
Mate, that kid's whole future career,
Bro.
life is ruined.
No, the thing is,
Son.
in his head, it's probably like, this is all real life.
yeah,
And John Cena, my hero, hates me right now. Like, why? He hates me. So
It's a storyline that was both unpredictable but predictable.
yeah.
bro, okay, the moment he
Does that
turned
make
heel,
sense?
like, is something
It made
everyone's
sense.
wanted for
Yeah.
the
It made
longest
sense, but you
time.
didn't think it actually happened.
I didn't think it would actually happen. And when it happened, I was like, when
Wow.
Dwayne, like, he looked up at Dwayne and Dwayne just goes
goes-
like that.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my
damn.
God, that feeling. Like, I had goosebumps when I,
I wish
watched that.
I wish we had a camera on me when it was happening live.
Bro, it was I was watching with my brother and we were like, what is happening? Like,
Yeah.
me and my brother is like 34 now.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he's seen John Cena his whole career, you know?
Cool.
So like for him to see John Cena turn, like, he was bad at the start when he like all thugonomics, all this stuff.
Yeah, but he was like a cool
But then
bad
after
Yeah,
that, he was
wasn't
like,
really a proper heel.
yeah,
though,
it wasn't a
was
heel, and then he became good boy all the
Good
way.
boy.
Yeah.
And then happened, my brother was like, holy shit,
But
like,
also,
what has
even
happened?
the whole build-up was like indicating he's gonna back Cody. He's with Cody. He's dapping
Yeah.
up
But I
Cody,
think you could kind of
and then bang.
bam. But you could kind of see it because
In the press conference the week
Royal Rumble
before,
one, it
yeah.
was like, this is best for business. But
Yeah.
then in the Elimination Chamber, 2015 John Cena ain't taking
Yeah.
chance of that.
no.
He's like helping Punk up. He's gonna give him probably
Or
like
he's gonna like scatter around, look around a bit more, maybe
Yeah.
help beat Seth Rollins up, something
he
like
was
this.
straight on it.
Yeah, he'd be straight on
And
Seth.
it was the most vicious looking STF
He just kinda-
put in his career.
He just looked around. He's like, "I'm taking this."
Yeah.
Boom, went in for it. It's like, what?
It was mad.
So
Like,
Glasgow, Monday
Yep.
Night Raw. Scotland, you let us down. That crowd was shit. By the way, it was awful. No, because the UK is known for great crowds. Europe is known for great crowds. It was like
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
better. Than
I remember
American
Jey
crowds.
Uso's entrance last year
Yeah.
in France.
Oh, bro.
Like,
Even
that's
though-
the level
Even
we
AJ
want.
AJ Styles,
Yeah.
bro, was ridiculous.
Like, it's
in
That's
Lyon,
what,
no?
that's what
In Lyon.
the European crowds are supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Even Brussels was unreal.
Bologna was great
Bologna
in Italy
was-
as well.
Barcelona was
Barcelona was
unreal.
really good.
And then we go to Glasgow.
We gave Scotland a pay-per-view with Drew McIntyre in the main event, and they were still quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god.
But anyway, he came out, and this time it wasn't the unveiling of John Cena. It was his motivations. He's like, for the last 25 years, everything I've done, I've been studying all of your reactions to everything.
Yeah.
And the dumbest thing you've ever done is shown emotion when I changed the WWE belt to my spinner belt. So now I'm gonna do the one thing you hate. I'm going to ruin professional wrestling. He's like, and then he said, I'm gonna beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and
I'm gonna
retire with the
retire
belt. So whatever belt you make next is a toy belt, and I'll be the last WWE.
Here's the
champion
thing.
ever.
I one thing about this though. CM Punk did it first.
He done it in AEW as well.
Yeah.
CM Punk did it first,
He
bro.
did do it first.
CM Punk did it was more iconic too, because that was
Yeah.
real. That was real. Like he and the company had
They were-
problems.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That was real, and he won. Was it Survivor Series or like SummerSlam or some shit
Money
like
in the
that?
Bank.
It was against John Cena
Money
as
in the
well.
Bank 2012.
It was against John Cena as well.
Well, speaking of,
And I remember him in the crowd with the title, and feeling like this could be the last time you ever see CM
Yeah,
Punk.
But then Cody Rhodes comes out. They don't let Cena speak to Cody because John Cena would wash him on the mic.
What did you think about Cody putting the belt on the floor on the mat and Cena walking away from it?
They're not letting Cena speak to him.
There's not.
Cena could wash anyone in this company.
Yeah.
Apart from Punk.
Apart from
Yeah,
Punk.
Punk can
Punk,
hold his own.
Even Roman?
Roman is good on the mic, but he's not great.
No.
Yeah, Roman's good, but not amazing.
Roman's an aura
But he's
merchant.
he's an aura
He is
merchant.
an
He is-
aura merchant,
Like
yeah.
without the music and everything, bro, he's just Roman
But
Reigns.
we are speaking about a few names who will be in a triple threat match in
Yeah.
WrestleMania. CM Punk,
Seth
Roman,
Rollins,
and Seth. What a triple threat.
Winner potentially makes it to the John Cena match.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what'd be insane? I thought, right?
Who do we want to win?
Punk wins if we go to the contract signing. We are recording this before the SmackDown in London at the O2.
Well, yeah, this will be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not there because you're scamming us.
250
£200
quid a ticket.
What are you talking
Are you
about?
having
man?
a laugh?
I thought the UFC was bad.
But
Anyway,
yeah, go on. What were you
because
saying?
Punk where were they in SmackDown? Was it Bologna? The last SmackDown?
Bologna,
Or
I
was it
think,
London?
yes.
One of the two.
It was one.
Bologna.
Yeah, I'm
Bologna.
pretty sure it's Bologna.
Yeah, because they brought out a picture of Liv Morgan as the what was it? What was the painting? Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I thought it could go different ways.
I thought you were going down
Yeah.
a different route there.
Different route with Liv
No,
Morgan.
no. Anyway, so he comes out. Then they have that little speak off. Seth doesn't address Roman too badly,
Hmm.
and then Punk comes out. He's like, "Yo, what'd you fuck me over for?" It's like, it's a Royal Rumble, G. Of course I'm gonna eliminate you.
Yeah, true.
That's
But
so
then
true. I
Comes
think-
up,
Well, it's kind of Logan Paul that kind of
yeah.
aesthetically,
y-
but
but
then Punk goes on a turnbuckle. He's like, "Paul Heyman, you still owe me a favor." Paul Heyman mouths, "What now?"
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's betraying Roman.
yeah. Oh, that'd be big,
Bro,
That'd
it'd be
big.
insane, bro. I've
be
also
so
always
good.
thought, like, I would love, just for the cinematic purpose of it, if Dean Ambrose got involved. Like, if he left AEW and, like, oh my god.
You know, I thought.
Bro, ever since CM Punk's come back, I believe anyone else can come
You know,
back.
but I thought like WrestleMania last year when it was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns and the
Yeah.
Shield music came on, Seth got taken out and the music was still going on.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're coming out. I'm like, no,
No, surely not.
it was
It would-
not.
no.
Yeah.
Do we think we'll see anytime soon the Shield beef being
Never.
squished?
I think it's done.
Bro, we said that about CM Punk leaving and never ever coming back. He came back, he's here, and he's in a main.
You don't
not-
think that
not
that
in a
will
main
ever
event, but-
be squashed?
Moxley likes putting himself to the brink of death too much.
Yeah, he does. He does enjoy that. But I think with Triple H, I think there's a bit more communication, negotiation that can
Yeah,
happen.
there's a lot of I do think Triple H plans
blood gets
a lot.
blood gets a bit more involved in WWE nowadays since Vince is gone. There's a bit more.
True.
Yeah, but what was the spot Moxley did recently? He like,
Oh, bro, the one with the nails in the bat,
yeah.
and it like, went in his back.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got slammed
Yeah.
onto
There
it.
was-
And it's like
there was
stuck in his back.
Yeah, and the
got suplexed
what was
onto
the
it.
fight with the barbed wire and the ladders? Who was that? Kevin Owens and
Cody Rhodes.
Cody
Cody-
Rhodes.
oh,
That
bro.
bro,
was
that fight was
brutal.
brutal.
Bro, what I'll say is
that was real.
Kevin Owens Kevin Owens
mental.
He's
is
on an insane run.
he's insane in terms of what he does. Like
He's
in
turned
his
heel
ladder
really
matches,
well.
and he's such a he puts his body on the line every time.
This
he's-
Randy Orton match at Mania needs to have a stipulation. It can't be a normal match.
No.
Because they tried to do it at, what was it, King of the... No, it was Crown Jewel or something like that.
Mhm.
They just started scrapping way before the match started. So this
Yeah.
can't be a normal match.
No.
It needs to be a
It
stipulation.
has to be
No rules.
Yeah, probably.
probably
No, it'll be another insane match.
Yeah.
false count anywhere or some
Mate,
shit.
I do think Kevin Owens' heel turn's been
It's been
handled really well.
so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, like
I like his character. His character, since Drew McIntyre turned heel last
Mm-hmm.
year, I like them kind of heels because they're based in
Yeah.
logic.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're still
It's not forced.
delusionally wrong.
yeah.
yeah.
But they have a base of truth to be perceived of.
It's why
Yeah.
the John Cena one still makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they're not just turning him heel for
Yeah.
for
Like he's
views.
not coming out like Word Life.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just
He,
like
like-
he's sick and tired of like
yeah, he
the
visibly
last 25
looks,
years is the same shit over and over
yeah,
and over
He
again.
visibly looks beaten up, depressed. Like
No,
he
but
looks like
his
the part.
acting,
His
bro,
acting's- yeah, but you can tell that
fantastic, bro.
he's been doing a lot of acting
Yeah,
gigs
Yeah.
between.
you know, I said that night where he heel turned,
Yeah.
the acting, the
face
facial change.
He looks
bro.
like a different human.
Yeah, he's a completely different person.
And then when you saw him come out in Brussels, and you could just see like the
Yeah.
whole the pain in his face. The acting was so much better,
It's
and
like
I
he
th-
doesn't care about all these people anymore.
and I think it's why Logan Paul slotted in so well
Yeah,
because he can play that character.
He can.
but Logan Paul's just really good at being
A character,
an
that's what I'm
asshole
saying,
as
yeah.
well. Like, as in he's
the
really
thing
good at doing
about
that.
Logan Paul that's great in the WWE is that they actually just don't like him.
Yeah. But for
Yeah.
me personally, I think he's incredible.
He's a great athlete.
He's incredible.
Hey,
He's
some of the stuff he's
like
been doing is mad.
effortlessly just
Yeah.
join the WWE. He's
fits
there
in.
athletically, like in the ring. He's doing some things even better than some actual WWE
Yes.
wrestlers
Yeah.
are doing.
His
On the
his
mic,
mic's
he's
works
not
really
bad
good.
at all. I think
Yeah.
he's really decent on the mic. There are off moments, there are really good moments, but he's just all in all, I think he's a
One
great
thing
fit for
pisses me
WWE.
off about Logan Paul. Every year he's like, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to do this full time.
He's been a lot more full
He's
time lately.
bit a lot more full time.
He has, but he has missed like the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that's more because they're in
It's
Europe.
the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I think it's also like it could be scheduling things. He has like
He
other
just has
shoots,
so much
maybe.
stuff on,
You know,
yeah.
he has Prime, he has other shoots.
He was saying last year he wanted to do house shows this year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He ain't going to no house show.
No,
I think he will. I think he will.
He might.
One in Cleveland,
There's
Ohio.
there's still a lot of events to go.
When they're in
which he can come
Ohio
to.
in his hometown, I think he might. You know.
There's a lot of events leading up to WrestleMania,
Yeah.
which he will be
More,
definitely a
how
part
many?
of.
There's like four,
There's, like,
three more
live-
Raws until WrestleMania.
Yeah,
There's some, like,
he'll
live
be
events
the last
as
two
well.
definitely.
Like in Singapore, I remember going to one where it's a live event. It wasn't, televised or anything. Some superstars. I think Bray Wyatt was there at the time.
Oh,
It was sick, bro. Like to see him like in person.
I bet.
was
But it's
sick.
on the point of him not being in the last few weeks. It's weird because he was in London for the Cyberman charity match.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the weird
true.
part.
Yeah, he could have stayed.
But that's
He
what I
just
mean.
could've
He
stayed
may
in
he may
London.
just
Well,
have
he's,
other.
he's in London for this Raw.
So he is here.
Why didn't he go to Glasgow?
Yeah, but fuck Glasgow. As we saw.
No, but it could be a scheduling thing. He may have like a shoot with Prime instead on that day.
Yeah.
You know that they're
Like-
filming.
Surely you know what. You know what day you're doing WWE? It's Monday Night Raw. You're like, okay, on
Well, he's going to be in the
Mondays-
next one, isn't he? So
Yeah, because he's got to build this WrestleMania match
Yeah,
with
he
AJ
does.
Styles.
he has to. He has to.
Yeah.
That should be.
That'll be.
It
I
will
think
be.
that'll be a
That'll be
really
an
good
athletic
fight.
fight
Great
as
match.
well.
Should be a
That would
great
be
fight.
such an athletic
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
But speaking of fights we haven't spoken about yet.
Yeah.
And
I think we need to talk about our predictions for
no,
the.
first,
Oh.
Rhea Ripley
Oh yes, Rhea
title fight
Ripley.
next week.
Rhea
Is she
Ripley.
winning it? And is she winning it fairly? What do you think?
Well, obviously, for context for people that don't watch WWE, Rhea Ripley was your World Women's Champion. She lost to Io Sky 2 weeks ago. Blamed Bianca Belair for it because she was like watching. Because she's like, why are you watching my fight? Why are you trying to distract me?" She lost the belt. She's been playing very much of a heel role, but she's not getting booed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair is
Because
getting
everyone loves
booed.
her.
And
For multiple reasons.
Yeah. It's true.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. She's got great
she
personality
she
and.
just decided that she wanted to sign the contract. She's like, yeah, I'm in the match now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the general manager was like, no, the fuck you ain't. So she's facing Io Sky in London with Bianca Belair as a special guest referee. And it's Io Sky's retaining via some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think.
they're not going to let Rhea Ripley take another clean pin.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be like such a quick transition back to the title. I don't think.
No.
So, I mean, to be fair, this is a great
I mean-
transition into our split decision round
It is,
because we were talking about who's going to win.
and that's where we talk about
Do you wanna-
predictions.
do you want to explain our
So we have a
decision
yeah.
rounds?
So we have a segment on this show we're gonna call Split Decision.
Easy.
Where we have
It's taken Henry how many
Yeah.
months to get a purple show name?
And I
we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he did as well. So we're gonna have 5 fights across WWE, boxing, and UFC where relevant. Where we're gonna predict who wins and what method by.
Yeah.
With WWE, I guess it's still pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
And okay, we'll just keep it at pinfall submission. We won't say whether
Yeah.
it's clean or dirty because there's many different
Mhm.
Yeah.
elements to it.
But what's the
But the main
catch?
thing is, so for example, if I were to guess fighter A is gonna win, I will get 1 point if I'm right.
Yeah.
If I were to guess fighter A is gonna win via pinfall or via decision or via submission or knockout, and I am wrong, despite that fighter winning, my method is wrong, I will get no points at all.
Mhm.
But if I were right with the method and the fighter, I would get 2 points.
So you don't have to
So
pick,
you're taking a risk essentially for
you
the
don't
method.
have to pick the
A
method.
Where this will come in is later on when we're got our leaderboards more established. All of this is going to
Yeah.
be we're going to check here and have leaderboards and there'll be
Yeah.
punishments every month. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, we
so
could do
if
it.
someone's down at the end of the month, they're going to need to take more gambles, take more risks.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to see more people choosing their decisions.
The decisions,
because
yeah.
they want the double points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, if you get the person wrong and the method wrong,
Oh, you minus
minus
one.
1 point. Minus 1 point.
So
Yeah.
there's big risks.
There's
So there's
big
big
risk.
risk for taking that,
But
going
also,
for
it's
it.
not going to be like, well, I got the fighter wrong, but method right.
No,
Yeah.
You
that's
can't. You
that's
can't
a
do
minus 1 point.
That. No, that's no points.
It's minus 1
It's no.
because you've guessed for the decision.
Method, yeah.
Oh, you got the
No, but
method
if you
right,
get
so it's
the
still
method
0.
right,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
0.
it's still
Yeah, 0, yeah.
But if you get the person
You
and the
get both
method
points.
wrong,
Yeah,
it's
then
minus
minus
1.
1.
And then
what fights we got?
we also got a game show section next.
Yep, and then we have the game show section after
And the winner of the game show for that week gets 1 point. So basically, you get a point for correct prediction, an extra point or a negative point for if you
that.
guess
For your risks
for
that
your
you're going
risk.
to take.
Yeah.
and then you get a point if you win the game show for that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan, me, Liam, Konzi, and Jake, little teaser for who that is later, we'll all be getting our own points. Obviously, if you aren't involved in the month, then we're not going to
Yeah.
give you a
Yeah,
punishment.
cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's basically it. So the 5 fights that we went for this week are basically we're going to pick the 5 biggest fights.
yeah, or the
Most
most
relevant.
relevant
Yeah,
fights.
not
for
just
this
so that
coming
we're not
So,
just-
for example, this week there's no major boxing event, so there's no point putting
A boxing
fight.
fights that we
Yeah.
won't have much knowledge on into the
Right.
predictions.
Exactly. So what's the first one then?
So the first one we're going to go for is a UFC fight.
Yep.
It's the main event. Brandon Moreno and Steve Erceg. Do you have any idea about these two?
No, absolutely no clue.
'Cause I feel like-
I've heard of Brandon Moreno.
He throws
So,
Lego.
so I think
Yeah.
I think
Steve Erceg's a dad.
I think
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just like a Australian.
Type guy.
He's a
A
top
chill
bloke.
guy.
A top bloke, bro. He's a nice guy, Steve Erceg.
so. I'm gonna go with
I like he's going first as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess first because I don't want to be influenced.
You're right. Okay.
That's
do you,
good, actually.
yeah. Do you have any thought process of why you're picking X or Y or Z?
I've heard of his name before. That's literally it.
Fair enough.
Uh,
They have both fought for a title.
okay.
I think Erceg did not recent.
So
Last,
fights
yeah,
ago.
2 fights ago. So they both fought for the title.
why can't I edit this? bro?
One has.
Why can't I edit?
Don't know. Just write on notes first. Something.
I can't edit.
We'll sort that
Henry's shit. at
He's
this.
locked it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's
just write your
fine,
thing.
just say it in notes.
Yeah, I'll
Put it in notes
I'll put it in
first.
notes for everyone. So predictions. Not I'm ready. I don't know why I typed that. Tom, Dan, Liam. Okay, so my first prediction is what's his name again? That's how
Brandon
little I know.
Moreno, Steve
What's his
Erceg.
name?
Brandon Moreno. That's my first prediction. I'm not even attempting to guess with what way.
Liam, you wanna go first, or
It's,
it's not an easy one? I would say it's not
I
easy.
would have had so much more faith in Steve Erceg if he didn't get knocked out
Yeah,
in one round
that's
last
my whole
fight.
point. It's like if he didn't get knocked out.
Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
Brandon Moreno.
Brandon Moreno. I'm not going to say a method.
I'm so tempted by a method, but Brandon Moreno will win because he's Mexican.
You
He's
going
got a
Brandon
chin. Yeah, he's got a chin. I would put my money on him. How I'm doing is if I had 100 pound to put
And
on
you
right
had to
now.
put it on.
If I had to put it on someone, I have to put it on,
Yeah.
and I would put it on Brandon.
Are you
Like
going
being
for a
honest,
method?
not this time.
Not
round.
this time. Okay.
That one's it's tough. It's tough.
All right, hit us up with the next one.
The next one we have
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley, Io
So
Sky.
that one I don't have to go
WWE.
first for because I actually.
I think I've already.
Yeah, I think we've all said it.
I think-
I said Io Sky.
Io's
I think
Sky.
I want to go Rhea just for the.
I mean,
to break the
but
mold.
technically, Rhea could win and Io retains.
Yeah, because if she gets disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
But
then
when-
technically I am right.
we're talking about who wins the match.
The match.
The
It's
match,
not about,
not
who
about
keeps
the
the
title, yeah.
'cause
It's about
obviously-
who wins- 'cause I
With
see-
WWE is a bit more tricky in that sense.
Yeah.
But we're talking about who wins that match. So if Io gets disqualified, she's not won the match. Rhea's.
Yeah. Okay, no.
I'm going Rhea.
I think
I'm gonna go Io win.
I'm gonna go Rhea just to break the mold.
Yeah, go
Io?
ahead.
Can I
Io.
say why without giving a method?
You can.
Yeah,
You can speak
you-
about
I think
why.
You don't have to lock in
I
your
think
method.
Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley's giving Bianca Belair the fattest riptide in the ring, and then
Oh,
Bianca's like, yeah.
I would love a
hold
riptide from
that.
her too.
Yeah, fair. All right, who's next?
Kelvin Gastelum against Joe Pfeiffer.
So I'm going first here because I don't know anything about UFC.
I
I've heard of Joe
actually-
Pfeiffer before. That's about it.
You know heard of Kelvin?
No, I don't think so.
Kelvin Gastelum.
Kelvin Gastelum recently won
Wait, can
Hall of
I
Fame
get
for
a bit more
matches,
information then? Who's like
Kelvin
who's won more
Gastelum's-
recently? Both. Who's
I don't remember
an
the last time I seen
established
Gastelum fight. He's more
ranked
established.
journeyman.
He's
For Adesanya for the belt
he
in
was
2018, I think.
he won the Hall of Fame with that fight of the year with Adesanya, and he was a champion before middleweight. No,
No,
Or-
he won the Ultimate Fighter at welterweight.
oh, there's. I thought he was a
No,
middleweight
he was
champ
never champion.
interim when
No.
Adesanya won.
No, it was for a vacant interim because Robert Whittaker wanted the fight Michael Bisping, but it never happened.
Right,
Oh, I love Michael. I'd love to get Michael Bisping on as a guest. He would just be so
Yeah.
sick.
he would be
Yeah.
insane.
He'd be so sick. If anyone knows him, actually, I think he's cousins with someone I went to school with.
Anyway,
So yeah,
Um,
Kelvin Gastelum or Joe Pfeiffer.
From what I'm hearing Kelvin. That's what I'm getting the vibe from.
should I go next?
I'm getting Kelvin from you guys.
I'm gonna go with Joe Pfeiffer.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go Joe Pfeiffer by knockout.
Oh, he's gone for it.
You gone for method? I was thinking decision. Gastelum's older
Joe
now as
Pfeiffer
well.
by knockout.
Oh, I really wanna go back now.
Vicious knockout.
I really want to go back because you guys both went Joe.
You know what?
Did you see his last? He slapped the guy.
Yeah, I know. But Gastelum got a different kind of chin, bro. Than
He's getting TKO'd, bro.
TKO or knockout?
But he's also a lot
Slash.
older now.
It's a
TKO slash-
It's a TKO
Yeah,
slash
TKO
KO.
slash KO.
Okay, we can just. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, Gastelum is older now. The chin's eventually gonna wear
Gastelum ain't
off.
a middleweight, bro.
Yeah,
Because he tried to go down to welterweight, didn't go well for him. He's just gone.
He's
He's,
got- you're
going
hitting
back
again.
up to middleweight.
yeah.
Imagine body.
I'm just
shots,
gonna go
man.
with Joe Pfeiffer with a win.
Nah,
I'm just
I've
gonna
gone
go
by-
with the win.
I've
He's
gone
gonna
by
go.
knockout.
He's
Going
going
for
knockout.
knockout.
I've gone
All
for
right.
the knockout.
Who's next?
Next fight,
Pretty sure it's
Pretty
Street
Deadly.
Profits and it's
pretty deadly against the Street Profits. Any idea here? I'm not too familiar with the storylines going on right now. I know
Street
Street Profits
Profits
recently came back.
Recently are in.
They just recently. Won
Yeah,
the belt, like,
recently
2
came
weeks
back,
ago.
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's too soon for them to lose it.
Right. Pretty deadly are from the UK.
Yeah, I think Pretty Deadly.
They're in London.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're passing.
Is
the
it
belts.
is it a title match?
Yeah.
Yeah, title
But I
match.
feel like they're passing the belts around so they can have like a ladder match at WrestleMania.
Ooh, yeah.
like
that's
no
a
one
shout.
can no one can hold dominance.
And
over
it's
these.
always a ladder match for fucking tag team.
Yeah.
I swear.
That's the thing. I think they're doing a story that no one can hold down these belts, so no one deserves a one-on-one
Who
match for them.
who won the belt more recently? Before
so
Street Profits.
had the belt, won it off DIY, who won it off Motor City Machine Guns, who won it off the Bloodline.
I think Street Profits.
I got Pretty Deadly winning.
Which Pretty Deadly is UK, right?
They're from England. and
Yeah,
it's in
so
London.
I'm going Pretty Deadly.
I'm gonna go Street Profits.
Street
I'm gonna go
Profits.
Street
Yeah,
Profits.
I have Street Profits having a 2-week reign, then dropping it.
So you think
I think
Pretty Deadly?
and new champions Pretty Deadly.
And new.
Well, yeah, obviously they'd be new champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone going for just a win?
I go with the Street Profits. Just no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go clean predictions this week.
I'm going
maybe the last
pretty
one.
clean as well. Last
Maybe
one.
the last one. Raul Rosas Jr. against what's his name Moreno. Vince Morales.
Morales, like Miles Morales.
Basically like Miles Morales, except he's Mexican.
Well, Miles
Come on.
Morales has South American heritage or Hispanic
Does he?
heritage. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is actually. Yeah.
Little fun fact.
True.
Check out the Gradient Show, guys.
You can speak Spanish.
He can speak Spanish.
I'm gonna go Raul because I think that's the most well-known fighter.
Chihuihuis.
Chihuahua.
I think I'm also gonna go for Raul.
Raul.
I think he's very good. I think he learned his mistake from that loss.
Yeah.
I think he showed it in his last fight, a lot more solid. And I think his striking's improving too.
Nice.
I've not seen Vince Morales fight, so I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
to
have no
expect from
idea.
him. So it might be bold for me to say
Ooh.
what I want to say.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Raul by knockout, bro.
Oh,
I'm going to say Raul by knockout.
Oh, shit.
I've never seen Vince fight. I don't know what he can do. I don't know if he's a striker or not. It'd be very bait for me to say on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to pretzel him, but like...
Knockout. He's going big.
I'm vanilla answer, just Raul.
Raul.
Rodriguez Jr.
Raul.
You know,
Alright.
sometimes you got to shoot a vanilla answer out.
All right. So, Kian, get me on the camera. Kian. Thank you. So the predictions for this week are, for me, I've gone Brandon Moreno, Rhea Ripley, Kelvin, Pretty Deadly, and Raul, all flat. No predictions on how. I know, boring. Dan's gone for Brandon Moreno, Io, Joe, and the Street Profits, and Raul with a knockout,
Yeah,
which is
TKO
the
knockout.
big one, TKO knockout. Liam's gone for Brandon Moreno, Io, Joe, knockout, Pretty Deadly, and Raul flat.
Interesting. I think we have some
There's-
differences there. I think it's
there's
very
differences.
interesting. It's going to play out well, I think, because we have 5 guesses every week. And
Yeah.
there's like 20 guesses by the end of the month, really. So a lot of things can fluctuate.
Someone's gonna predict a mad upset.
Bro,
Yeah.
if Raul loses, bro, I'll get -1 point.
Yeah.
Like, if Raul
No, if
loses,
you rule, yeah, because obviously you won't
yeah,
get
because I won't
nothing.
get the other one either.
You know, if we'd done this earlier, I would have had Strickland beating Adesanya, right?
Oh, like long
That's the one I
while
called.
back.
Fair enough. Well,
Well, that brings us to the next part of our segment, really,
Yeah, yeah.
is the game show.
yes.
So for this week, each of us have put down 2 wrestlers or fighters.
Yep.
And we've written 5 clues for each of these wrestlers or fighters, and we'll take it in turns, releasing a clue.
Yeah, you can only have one guess per clue
Yeah.
as well.
And there'll be 1 guess per clue, or we say 1 guess per clue, or
Yeah.
1 guess per.
One guess per clue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought
So
you,
like,
you
so let's
shoot
say you're
early.
doing it. You give the first clue. We only get one guess,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you move on to the next clue.
Okay, so you're not gonna do it where it's like
Just
Yeah.
keep
You
it
can-
going. No,
yeah,
no.
as in like no, as in if you guess that's you're
But yeah,
allowed to.
if I, so we're gonna have our own buzz-in sounds.
Okay, yeah.
But if
Whoever
we both
buzzes
get
in.
it wrong, we move on to the next clue.
Yeah.
If someone gets it right and they're
Then-
first, then they get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sound
What's
good?
the buzzing
Sounds
sound
good.
as well?
I'm gonna go.
Anyone want to start? Yeah. Okay. Well,
You go
first of
first,
all,
you go
buzzer noises.
Yeah, yeah.
Buzzer
What's the
noises.
noises?
Oh,
Do you have one in mind?
let's go. Caw.
Like that, or like give us.
Caw.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
what you got?
So weird, isn't it?
Meh. There we go.
What's yours?
Okay.
Woo! I want to do woo. Oh, that's so much better.
Okay. Well,
Flair.
we'll have
Can I
more
you
chances
can
to.
do chibi. Can I go woo?
Yeah, sure.
Woo! All right, cool.
What
You
happens
go
with the horse?
first. You
Okay,
do
I'll
your
do
first
my
person.
clues first. Yeah.
Do your first person.
So for this week, we've gone a bit more obvious answers. Tom's obviously still learning about
Yeah.
everyone in both.
It is the
Shows-
hardest clues first, then we'll go to easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be the hardest clues first, and it will slowly get easier. Hopefully, it's not too hard or not too easy.
Do we say what sport first, or is that part
No,
of the
that's
guessing?
that's not part of your guessing, bro.
I'm screwed.
But some of the
so
some of the clues
screwed.
give it away what sport they're
Yeah,
in. You know.
100%.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So the first one. Before making a name in the UFC,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Cage Warriors champion. And he's not. There's multiple people who have been Cage Warriors champion and come to the UFC, but
There is multiple.
you know where Cage Warriors is
Woo!
based.
Conor McGregor.
And your guess?
Paddy Pimblett.
He's got it straight off the bat.
Oh no!
Straight off the bat,
Oh.
Paddy.
Fairs. All right.
I wanna see, where would you have got it from?
Yeah, keep going.
If I said I have one of the most recognizable hairstyles in MMA,
I would have gone with what's his name? The guy who's friends with Logan Paul.
guy's friend Logan Paul.
Yeah, the UFC guy.
Oh, Sean.
Sean, yeah.
Sugar Sean.
I'd have gone
Oh, yeah,
Sugar
true.
Sean there.
That's a good one. I'm known for my post-fight celebrations, love for food, and rapid
that
weight
would have
gains.
given it. Yeah, that would have given it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thomas, your turn.
Okay, then you go for one
Alright.
of yours first. So that's
Okay.
Liam's point there.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Where are you? There you go. First clue. I once-
Wait, did he buzz in?
No, you
It
just
doesn't
asked
matter.
me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
went
true,
first.
true,
I went
true.
first.
It's just who wants to go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
We'll
buzzing's
have a
for who goes
guess.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, when there's three of us, it's whoever buzzes.
It's gonna be
second.
even more like
yeah.
intense when there's like a
Yeah.
third person
So
guessing.
first clue is I once stepped away from the cage to heal, not physically but mentally. It's a hard one.
Meh.
Yep.
It's gonna go off the rim here. Mental shit. I'm just gonna say Giri.
George St. Pierre.
Good guesses though. Good guesses. Before going into the octagon, obviously giving away what sport it is, I trained under a BJJ black belt who was my father.
Meh.
Yep.
Wait, no, not no. Can I cancel my?
No,
buzzer?
you
no,
buzzed.
you
You buzzed.
No, I just heard father and I went straight to Khabib. That's the only one I could think his father was his
Are
coach.
you looking that in?
I guess so.
Wrong.
Hey,
JJ.
that's the problem. I didn't think of the BJJ. I just thought father and went.
Who's got a father?
Who's got a
Who's got
father?
a father? Hopefully, a lot of them.
Thomas Spinall?
Correct.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'll give you the next ones. I shared gym space with a scouser who loves to talk.
Yeah,
My UFC resume features more first round finishes than decisions.
yeah.
I'm a British heavyweight who now holds interim gold. Good clues.
Yeah.
The
I'll have a
BJJ
look.
one was good.
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought that was good.
I just heard father,
Yeah,
train.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, Khabib.
That's a father.
All right, so Liam's now on 2 points.
Yep,
We're screwed.
yep.
Go on.
I have represented 3 different countries in multiple different sports.
3 different countries in multiple different sports.
3 different countries. What's my sound again?
Woo.
Woo! AJ?
So I don't know what sport exactly he's in
He's
right
quite
now.
a generally athletic
3
person.
different sports. I'm assuming
3 different sports.
3 different countries. He's represented
3 different countries
in different
in-
combat sports.
Oh, different combats. Oh, okay,
That's
go
what
on,
I'm
what's
thinking.
this
He
one?
must have done some other.
You screwed me there.
competition.
Obviously, I'd have had someone else.
Oh, 100%.
No, I wouldn't
yeah.
have.
I'm trying
I
to
have
think
no idea.
crossovers. I'm just gonna put an answer out there now. He's the only American in it, but I don't know. Just gonna say Leon because he has represented Jamaica. I think.
No.
No. Oh wait, no, not.
Shh.
Okay, wait. I think I know. I think I know already.
I started in kickboxing before transitioning to MMA.
3 different countries things throw me off.
It's 3 different countries. You said right?
Yes.
I can only think of 2 people countries. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Started in kickboxing before MMA.
Yep.
Okay. Me.
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
My boy.
represented Nigeria. He
That
represented
was
Ni-
that's
Nigeria,
such a- yeah,
New
that's a good
Zealand,
one.
and China.
Yeah.
And China, yeah, he did in
represented
his
China.
kickboxing days.
All right, fair enough.
That's
All
why
right.
fucking Strickland calls him the China man.
Oh, fair. All right, go on
Yeah, I
down. Last
can't
one.
not get my boy, man. Is he?
So it's 2-1-0.
Yeah.
You can tell he doesn't actually follow fighting.
Okay. I started boxing at the age of 7. Gives the sport
Ryan
away.
Garcia.
Bro, he's got it straight away.
Didn't beep.
But he didn't beat.
Woo!
I
Ryan
will
Garcia.
say, I will give him the point. Because he didn't beat.
Technicality.
On a technicality, I'll give it to him.
Yes, and he didn't beep. Didn't
Yeah.
beep, mate. That's so
Hello,
cheeky.
smile.
That is very cheeky.
Yeah. All right.
This is number 1 bullshit.
All right.
It's
First
tight
clue.
now.
My debut came in a tag match.
Okay, this is WWE.
Yeah, we know it's WWE
Yeah.
debut. Fuck. Also, maybe a bit late now, but like, is this current or is this ex fighters as well?
Chi Wee Wee. Cody Rhodes.
That's a good shout. I think it's gonna be someone.
Oh, it could be.
I'm gonna say Jimmy Uso.
Nope.
Yeet.
Imagine it's Jay. Yeet.
Yeet.
I'll be so pissed if it's fucking Jay, though. I'll tell you that.
I've always dabbled in fighting, but never been traditional.
As in, like,
No, not done the traditional ways.
Always dabbled in fighting, not in traditional ways.
dabbled in fighting.
It's not traditional in fighting.
Trying to think. But he's a WWE superstar.
He's always dabbled in fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
saying
it's not
anything.
that guy. Because he didn't debut as a tag team.
Come on, guys, need answers.
Oh,
Guys. Need
okay,
answers
okay.
here. Need answers here. We don't want it to be a
Chewy.
podcast.
Where's your...
Brock Lesnar.
Nope.
No. He fought.
he did fight. I'm going to say... Chad Gable. Wrestling.
I've performed on the biggest stages, not always in sports.
Ooh.
Chewy. Rock.
Nope.
Fuck.
Ooh.
You guys are going to kick yourselves.
Biggest stages, but not always in sport.
Biggest stages.
Surely no. Batista?
What? It's no. Go further on.
No performer, is there?
I'm going to give you the fourth one.
Yeah.
Quite easy.
Is this a difficult one, or is it like...
My name's on a hydration drink.
Chewy.
Yep.
Prime. No.
Whoa, wait!
Logan
No,
Paul.
no, you don't know.
Your name's on a...
He's just giving you the fucking
Yeah.
answer.
Logan Paul.
Beep.
Meep. But
Yeah.
he's already there.
No, you
Logan
said
Paul.
Logan Paul for beep. If we're doing
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
no,
the
no,
first
no, no,
one.
but you
He's
fucked up
already
first.
guessed.
Yeah.
He's
You
already
fucked up
guessed.
first. You'd already fucked up.
Yeah.
No,
So, yeah,
this-
yeah.
Logan
Logan
Paul.
Paul.
This is number 2 bullshit.
Sorry, was that not quite obvious? No, you think
I think it's... Yeah, it is. It is.
But
it
I
is.
tried to make it not...
It's when you say, like, performed in front of... I was like, yeah, he's performing the biggest stages. Yeah, that's true. Like,
I was trying not to make it
really.
really obvious that it
Yeah.
was Logan Paul, because I feel that's quite an obvious... Like, if I started saying, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice I fucked it.
You fucked it.
What was his debut tag team with?
He debuted with The Miz against
Yeah, The
Miz
Miz. Yeah,
WrestleMania.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Alright.
fought The Miz as well after.
Yeah. All right, like Liam to 2-2-1.
Yo, that means only I could win now.
Ah!
he's realizing me.
And I think he's realised as well, this is probably going to be an easy one for you.
No, unless you win it, then it's all time.
Yeah, this all
Then
time.
we all get a point.
And then
essentially.
it
I
comes
should
down
be
to the
like-
predictions.
I
Yeah.
should be like 4 points off.
But wait, what happens if we have to do a tiebreaker? Surely.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
Yeah.
100%. Okay. Coming from a family of wrestlers, both his father and grandfather were in the business.
Woo! Roman Reigns.
Nope.
Oh.
I know it. Randy Orton.
Oh. 1 point to Dan for the quiz section.
Yes, sir.
So that
So that kind of marks the first game show at the end
Yeah.
of the first show. Liam, your thoughts, man?
How do you find the show?
I think he was caught off guard. He didn't realize that was like the one he needed to win.
Mate, you would have won. You'd have had 2 more points if you just didn't screw up.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true.
You'd have won the first game show, bro.
I mean, it would have been a lot more tougher, maybe
Yeah.
with another person involved. If Konzi or Jake were here, it would be
Yeah.
a lot tougher.
But yeah. Anyway, I guess you'll find out the results from our
Yeah,
predictions.
so our
next week.
predictions will be out next week.
Yep.
But
cannot believe
that will
this.
be all from us today. Please check out our social medias, our YouTube, our Twitter, our X,
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, all this good stuff. We're going to have clips on there, hopefully 5 a day from all the different shows we show. Please like, subscribe, and keep watching. Take care.
Peace.